known as the oldest racetrack in America. Proven facts, it is older than Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is the Milwaukee Mile. It is 1 mile of just great, fun, flat track racing. And tonight it's IndyCar racing with the Velocity Online Racing Series as we welcome you in to round number 8 of this championship series presented by Apex Sage Coaching. It is VOR and it is Saturday night, and it is going to be a fantastic race this evening as we welcome you in to the Milwaukee 150. Again, race number 8 from the Milwaukee Mile here just outside Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in as we are just moments away from the green flag launching, and we have got a great race ahead of us, and we have got ourselves some great points championships. Before we show the points off, though, let's take a look at the race info this evening. 150 miles, 150 laps, the turns at 9.25 degrees of banking, 2.5 on the straightaways, and a track exactly a mile long, speed limit 45 on the pits. And a reminder, 14 more incident points, you're gone. You're not racing the rest of the race, you'll be disqualified, and go on from there. That is our race info for tonight. Now, strategy-wise, what do we look forward to this evening? Again, 150 laps, as I mentioned, 150 miles. Pit window here about 65 to 70. 2 pit stops, particularly if we stay green the whole race. More if we see yellow. Of course, this evening, high tire wear. So we have 5 sets of tires in the pits. That is going to make things interesting. Last time we were on this track 2 seasons ago, Dakota DeMay going to victory lane in this race. So, again, should be a pretty exciting one. Going to take a lot of strategy, a lot of clean air. And at a short oval, you're going to see lap traffic and a whole lot of interesting going on in this race. Let's take a look at the point standings as we enter race number 8 tonight. Alex Van de Sant coming off not 1, not 2, but his 3rd Indianapolis 300 win in a row. He leads the points by 35 over Julian Altena. Isaac Morris is 3rd. Gavin Sanders 4th. David Porcelli is in the 5th position. Cohen Evans, Oscar Fredrickson, Dakota DeMay, Matt Houston, James Watson. That is your top 10. Down at the championship points right now, a pretty good battle, I would say, between 2 teams. That is LMCgear.com and Velocity Online Racing. 1 point separating those as we enter this race tonight. So should be a pretty interesting field. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight as we roll those in on a Saturday night. And I've already had one interesting comment in chat about a quarterback. I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah, anyways. I'm going to leave that comment alone. But hello to Rowena Montemara. Appreciate you joining us this evening, as always, every Saturday night, cheering on Christian Alagio in the race as she does. And she'll be the one watching my back, so in case something isn't heard or, you know, something just weird going on in the stream, which is typically possible because it happens all the darn time. So we'll have to keep that squared away this evening and hopefully have a pretty flawless evening of racing here at the virtual Milwaukee Mile. Should be, again, a fun race when it is all said and done. Got over 20 cars at least here on the field tonight, so the field is stacked, 25 it looks like to be exact. Not sure how many of them will start, but we've got some great racing. You're going to see a lot of dirty air come into play, so people are going to be getting really tight. You're going to see some loose off corners. Just product of this track. When you have a short oval like this, as they're called, and when you have a flat track like this, things are going to get interesting because you're going to see lap traffic come into play. You're going to see maybe one driver pull away and lead a lot of laps, but either way, it should be a pretty fun race, as I said. The Circle B Pole Award, that goes out to Alex Van de Sant. What do you know? The momentum is carrying on right here into the Milwaukee Mile from the Indianapolis race, where Alex Van de Sant pulled off the feat that no driver has ever done in real life. He was able to pull it off with some pretty interesting strategy at the end, winning the 3rd straight Indianapolis 300 race. He's on the pole tonight, and of course, the pole award is brought to you by Circle B Diecast. Use code Foxworth Autosport to get free shipping on orders over $20 at CircleBDiecast.com to get great NASCAR and IndyCar diecast. They do ship to the continental U.S. and Canada. Again, Foxworth Autosports and CircleBDiecast.com. As we take a look at the pole, the starting grid, I'll get the talking out. Don't worry, it'll come out. Starting lineup for tonight's race, Alex Van de Sant wins the pole, like I said, alongside him. Going to be Thomas Geisler in the 16. Great qualifying lap for him. Ty Richter, Julian Alton at row number 2. Row 3, Cohen Evans, A.J. Musselman. Lewis Woodall, Dakota DeMay, the Season 3 winner, will start in row number 4. Row 5, Max Williams, rookie. Good effort for him. 9th, Matt Houston, qualifying in the top 10. Shane Coogan, Gavin Sanders. In row 11, Gavin won down the road at the Road America just a couple weeks ago. Sebastian Kinder, Nick DeGroot, Tyler Davala, Chris Cressage in the 8th row. 9th row, Danny Brennan, Oscar Fredrickson, Sudik, and Watson in row 10. Porcelli, not the best qualifying effort for him, and Fauerstein, Christian Alagio, and Joseph Grjalva, and Jim Herrick, the 25 starters that'll take the green flag this evening. As we go for 150 laps and 150 miles, as we get ready to go green here at the Milwaukee Mile, it is race number 8 to VOR, presented by Apex Sage Coaching. Here we go. This track is perfectly symmetrical, all the way from the turns being equal to the straightaways being equal. And why is that? Well, this actually used to be a dirt track back in the early days, and this course eventually was paved into what we have today, and that's why it's so flat. And actually, as I think about it, I believe it was a horse racing course at one point too. Everybody working on their cars, working the setups, working the bars as they call them. One car a little out of shape back there, the black and white car, not sure who that was. Already have Alex out to a second lead over Geisler. Sudik about 2/10 back of Geisler there in third. Let's look back here. Matt Houston, who's falling back here at the start of the race, running in a high groove a little bit there and just kind of struggling. That is one thing that has been pointed out, is the fact that Matt has not had a great season at all. Down into 3 and 4, you see the side-by-side racing. So again, Alex already pulling away to a 2.5 gap. Let's watch last season's winner, or season 3, pardon me, 2 seasons ago, Dakota DeMay, the Sunset Arctic Games Voltic pistol machine there to the inside. Actually, I'm sorry, that's the Echo Blade paint. Dakota looking pretty good so far. He is in the 14th position. We ride with Dakota. Fifth gear all the way down to third, so 2 clicks down and then 2 clicks up on the gears as they roll off turn 4 here. Lap times right now at about 23 seconds or so. You're going to see different kinds of grooves of racing there. As you see the 13, Lewis Woodall kind of falling back a little bit. Shane Coogan on his inside. And Woodall's going to hold on there in that high side. So the objects try to get as clean as air as possible. Yes, the shorter way around is the bottom. But if you can get some clean air up at the top, you can get the run off the corner. As we're seeing speeds up to about 180 miles an hour down into these corners. So these Indy cars definitely make a lot of horsepower and a lot of speed down these straightaways. As this is the close battle on the track right now with Coogan and Woodall for the position here. Oh, getting tight there. Coogan had to get out of the gas. Here comes Dakota. And look on the high side. That yellow car, that is Nick DeGroot, the 41, I believe. DeGroot, who came close last week to winning Indianapolis, is making his appearance up here. Started 14th, running in 14th right now. Now this track is a very tough one to pass, especially as we show you the weather for tonight. Look at this, partly cloudy, track temp 123 degrees. This thing is greasy and slick. That's going to make tough passing really tough out here. 79 ambient temp, partly cloudy skies here this evening. And I bring that up because the biggest mover in this race so far, and this is only in about 10 laps he did this. Look up here. Nicholas Sudik is up from 19th to 3rd in 13 laps. Porcelli is up from 21st to 7th, and Jim Herrick from 25th to 11th. These guys are making passes. Sudik about 4.5 seconds back right now in the 3rd position. As DeGroot gets a little bit out of shape, it looked like there, as Woodall gives him the battle. Great side-by-side racing here throughout. Let's check up here on the other Wisconsin winner this season. That is the Road America winner, Gavin Sanders. Back in the race tonight, running in the 10th position. Gavin has won the last 2 races he's actually raced in. Watching Dakota make some moves on the outside here of Woodall. Lewis is holding his own down there at the bottom. And you see over there on the left side of the leaderboard, you look down towards 25th. Right now, the leaders are already catching lap traffic. Christian Alejo's gone a lap down. Also, Bart Fallerstein has gone a lap down. So, that's where I tell you, it is going to be wild as this green flag run continues. Cohen Evans inside of Julian Altena. That is for the 5th position. So move Cohen up into the top 5 right now. Julian back to 6th. Julian, who started in the 4th position. And right behind him, AJ Musselman, the 54 car. But also this guy here, one of the drivers on the move. 21st to 7th, David Porcelli in that number 15 car. Inside goes Porcelli into 15, looking to make a move. And he's going to go by Julian Altena. So, obviously, these guys working the bars a lot, the anti-roll bars and the weight jacker and stuff like that, part of the things that they can work on in these cars. Well, we've definitely seen a great share of passing here early in this race. Things slowly settle down just a little bit. Let's check out Max Williams back here, the 8 car. The rookie driver watching Gavin Sanders to his inside. Track position going to play a huge role in this race, I feel. We're already starting to see it. I mean, we have seen some cars make moves on fresher tires, but now it's kind of settling out. And Gavin did get by, so there's Gavin up to the 9th position right now. And that is a Fowler sign lap car there going, getting past, I should say, my Max. Appreciate you guys joining us here on the Captain Esports Network tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button or hit the follow button if you're over there on the old Twitch channel or even on Facebook. Got that going again tonight, it looks like. Work our way towards 600 subscribers. Check back here, the 20th position. Danny Brennan making an appearance tonight in the series outside as he gets passed by James Watson. Tyler Davala back there with him. Tyler having some struggles here, 22nd position. He's probably more used to running this in a stock car. You hear these cars kind of sliding into the corners if you listen closely. It's pretty intense. Check out Max Williams here underneath Musselman for position. And the young driver with YJ Esports doing a pretty good job here. Check up here on Alex Van de Sande, who has got a 5-second lead now on the field. He's coming off that momentum from that win at Indianapolis. Now comes to Milwaukee. The only scary part about it is if this kid gets on a roll, oh boy. You see him coming up on the back of the field already, 30 laps complete. Now he's going to get into some dirty air here, so he's got to be very careful how to handle this traffic. He's got to work the bars a little bit here, probably make some adjustments himself, as he's been used to being out in clean air, but now he's got a line of cars, and let's see how close he can get to him. He's starting to get tight there, so Geisler might be able to start making some moves here, as Thomas is about 4.5 or so back. Oh, Alex gets a little loose down there in that rumble strip. This is what I'm talking about. This lap traffic now is going to come into play. As one car slow on the infield, or the inside of the track, Cohen Evans. Cohen, who had a pretty big save at Indianapolis last week, running up in the top 5 and now off the pace here. He's going to pull off the track, it looks like, over to a safe area, trying to prevent the caution from going out. Great job on his part. I'm not sure what happened to him. Let's see if I can find it. Looks like it's going to happen right in here somewhere. Cohen battling to 15 right now. You look to the left, you're going to notice that lead is shrinking. Look at that, 3.5 seconds now to Alex. Oh, Cohen clipped the wall a little bit there. Oh, whoa. I think he realized something was broken in the car. So tough break for Cohen as he's on pit road. There's Van de Sande, trying to work through traffic. Geisler down to 3.5 seconds. mean, obviously Alex wants these guys out of the way and at least holding their lane and stuff, but it's easier said than done when these guys are out here battling for position themselves, right? We got a little bit of a space here up to the next lap car of Danny Brennan, who runs 19th. Check back here. Look at this fight. Gavin Sanders, David Porcelli is in this battle also, along with Ty Richter. Racing here as they come up on the back of a lap car. I believe that's the 37. Porcelli jumps out of the gas a little bit. Now lap car gets out of the way. Nice move on his part. Fantastic racing here. 40 laps already in at 150. Again, if we stay green here, we'll see pit stops at about 30 laps or so. Again, expect a 2-stop race if they get all the way on green. If not, obviously the tires are going to be the main important product here. Now, the question, do we see people split this race in 50s? That would be a Gary Godso question, but Gary Godso's not here, so Gary Godso can't answer. That would be my initial thought, is why not split this race in even? Short pit, get 50, try to undercut some people on fresh tires. Pit again at 100. Undercut again, and go to the finish. See what you can get. So Van de Sant's extended his lead back out to 5 seconds over Geisler, so he obviously did a great job maneuvering through that traffic. Yeah, let's go back here to 10th position. Remember the guy that started last? Yeah, he's up to 10th. Jim Herrick. Something has lit a fuse under this young man lately. A couple weeks ago, he was telling me in a chat, he's like, man, I can't find anything out here anymore. I think he actually used the word embarrassment once. And he is out here fighting. He had a podium a couple weeks ago in a race, and now here he is running 10th. After starting last. And I do want to say a shout out to Mrs. Herrick, who's watching tonight. You know, I heard through some friends of ours that she has had some issues again. So Mrs. Herrick, if you're watching on the stream tonight, bless you and hopefully speedy recovery to you in your getting back soon. And because I know, let's be real, I know you're the one that carries Jim most of the time. So I know Jim's been a great husband carrying you too. So you guys. All the best up there in Pendleton. So 45 green flag laps. As now Porcelli and Richter battling out for the 5th position. Gavin has gone by both of them up to 4th. Porcelli, who's been running this high line. You see the tire. Oh, tie gets tight. That got close. Say that 3 times fast. Tie gets tight. On board with Porcelli. Oh, you see him slide the nose under there, trying to get just a little bit of air. So what David's trying to do is cross him over here, because he's using, oh, a little loose there, turning that wheel, and he's going to get around him right here. He should. Oh, no, Ty's going to dive it in there. What David's doing is almost like a road course move, almost an over-under type of crossover to make the pass here. He ran high to try to be able to turn down to the bottom, where Richter slid up the track from the bottom. But now they're not letting this one go side by side. Oh, one car in the wall. James Watson has backed it into the outside wall at lap 50. How ironic. And caution number 1 on the speedway. There's his teammate on pit road. So caution out. There's Sebastian Kinder making a pit stop. So very interesting strategy here as the pace car gets caught. And we'll probably see pit stops real quickly. Let's see what happens to Mr. Watson. Right there on the top side of Gavin Sanders going into turn, or out of turn 2. Goes into turn 3. And oh, remember I talked about the slick track? A little bit too much weight jacker and maybe some brake there. And the back end goes around. He puts it in the wall and tows it. Well, caution out for the first time. And let's see if we get pit stops here. Probably would be my guess. Very interesting pit road. You come off turn 4, you cross that line, and then kind of hang a left right there. Race off pit road, Alex Van de Sand easily. Oops. Hello, Dan. Good to see you. Are you talking about the photos on your house? Dan Barrera, ladies and gentlemen, he is the only man in Costa Rica that has a warrant out for him that's not been arrested. So I'm going to go on board. Let's go back real quickly before we go green. I'll go back to this spin by the 39. And I want to ride on board with James. Watch his car here. He probably goes up on the weight jacker a little bit here. Right there, look at the back end's already gone. That or maybe too much rear brake or something. That back end just swaps ends. He backs it into the wall. And weight jacker is one of those few things, if you're new to this kind of racing, that you can adjust in the car. And it's very easy to go too far on it to try to get the car to turn because you're so tight in traffic that you get a situation like that where all of a sudden the back end just zings right on around. All right, so we're going to get a couple wave rounds here, it looks like. Danny Brennan, Matt Houston. And it looks like Allegio going to take a wave around. Yeah, Dan, very good point, too. He's very high entering that corner already, and then he crosses down that dirty air. That's a very fair point. With the 125 degree track temperature, too, probably, obviously, the slick track, not much grip. Causes the car to spin out. All right, so single file restart as we come back to the green at lap 55. And home of Milwaukee's own David Hobbs, as they're up there in that clag. And I think the caution's been waved off. Nope, nope, they're green. I thought the pace car had pulled back out. Never mind. I'm hallucinating. Green flag. So what have these cars learned is, oh, Porcelli almost got in the back of Sudik. That could have been bad. What have these cars learned in that long green flag run? One thing I will point out that the 25 and 66, Brendan and Houston, who got the waiver rounds there, they're going to be able to go about 10 to 15 laps, and then they are going to be on pit road for gas and tires. So they are hoping for what would be a quick yellow here to put them back in cycle with the leaders. As up here, Sudik looking inside of Richter for position. Van de Sant's already pulled away to a 1.5 second lead. That one car's on a mission tonight. Yeah, he's on a mission, all right. Just ran the fastest lap of the race. It's like he's, oh, hold on there. Ty Richter caught that apron. That thing was juking and jiving. This track rubbers up. It is getting harder and harder to pass out here. That high line's getting more and more interesting here to come into play. Now, it's not one that you can run consistently, but we're going to go 3 wide down to turn 3. All right, cooler heads prevailed. Porcelli, that is an interesting young man right there. Don't make me go get Telder on you guys. I assume you're talking about the water. So there's Alex. There's Geisler, who's run second pretty much all night. Gavin Sanders now up to the 3rd position. So Porcelli up to 5th right now. Check out this battle here. And how about Oscar Fredrickson? The name I haven't said all night. Oscar is typically a pretty good oval racer, running in the 11th position now. Started 18th, just kind of minding his P's and Q's and running laps. Inside back here. Lewis Woodall trying to make a move on Jim Herrick, who was one of the... Oh, and up into the wall goes Lewis. He caught that apron and that rumble strip, and that packed him to the wall. Oh, he's in the wall more. He's trying to get out of everybody's way because this car's not turning. Oh, yeah, right front's facing out. That's not good. You know, trying to get to pit road, and he does get in there. So, great job by Lewis to get off the track in a tough situation there. Alex Van de Sant, 2.2 second lead as a battle on for 4th. Porcelli and Richter back at it again. Great pass by Porcelli, who continues, like I was starting to say before that 3-wide move, or after the 3-wide move. That young man right there has impressed me. Twitch name's the same. Captain eSports Network. I got to do some work over there on that page. I haven't been on there in a while, so there's still some other stuff on there from like the Captain TV times and stuff like that. I think Dan's going to pull the double streamer here. So 2.3 seconds, Alex over Geisler. It's another 3.5 over Gavin Sanders. Well, now down to 3 seconds, actually. Let me get the math. No, I'm not that bad of a guy. Come on now. Check out Mad Max. Running here in the 8th position. Dan, I have a weird feeling you're about to get some company in this channel. Well, Gavin trying to get to the back of Geisler. Okay, we got caution on the track. It is Sebastian Kinder. Oh, the 97 has gone around, and that is the second. Oh, look out, right in front of the field. Second car from the team, unfortunately, destroyed. Watson being the first, Kinder the second. All right, let's tell her to the appearance. Wait a minute, tell her. No. Oh, he could have get. Oh, look, go. He clips. Who is that? Oh, that's. Oh, no. That's Grzyzova. Did not see the 47 of Joe getting involved in that tough break. This actually turns into a 2-car accident, unfortunately. Yeah, Joe, that car's destroyed, unfortunately. Watch it one more time here. Grzyzova running right there behind him, unfortunately. Wrong place, wrong time. Or some might say wrong place, right time. There's nowhere to go. That's a lick right there. The El Paso boys not going to be too thrilled tonight, unfortunately. All right, so we did have some pit stops, and for the first time tonight, a leader not named Alex Van de Sant, as David Porcelli stays out and takes the lead of this race. Let's I can get you back to the pit stops here and let you see what transpired. Oh, wait in front of the. Oh, that's never good. So we have hit the halfway point. Caution number 2 on the track. So David Porcelli leads this race now. So second will be Ty Richter, Julian Altena, Shane Coogan, Oscar Fredrickson, the top 5 who stayed out. Should get one to go this time by. So let's take a look real quickly before we get the green flag here. We'll look at our race summary. So far in this race, Porcelli, as I mentioned, leads now. 2 cautions for 7 laps. 25 cars started. Van de Sant, surprisingly, with the fastest lap of the race. So now we'll get to see how this one car does in traffic as we come to the green flag with 70 laps to go. Right on the edge of the fuel window. That's another thing we're going to look at here. So I'm guessing Porcelli, Richter, Coogan, Altena, and Fredrickson are banking on one more caution at least in this race, while these others are thinking maybe a green flag run the rest of the way. Here we go. Coming to the green. Pace car hangs a left. These guys are like up in no man's land. Here we go. Fish, you've already asked that question. Inside, Shane Coogan on Julian for third. Well, to be honest, I don't know the answer. I only know. I know I don't. I mean, tell her maybe. I think Teller still lives in his basement with his parents. Oscar Fredrickson making the pass on Max Williams back here for 8th. There's Alex Van de Sant there as he tries to work his way up through the field, trying not to lose much track position, but at the same time probably saving some fuel here. Geisler, who has trailed Van de Sant all night, is running right there behind him, that green and orange, or blue and orange car. Oh, trouble on the track. And Bart Fauerstein has wrecked it over in turn 2. So caution out for a 3rd time now, and this makes things interesting strategy-wise now. I think if you're the leaders, you have to pit now. Unless you're just going to try to hold on to tires. But let's go see. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just fool myself? Never mind. We're still green. Never mind. My lights confused me. It was yellow up there on the screen. I must have clicked it accidentally or something. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute here. We are under call. What in the world is going on here? I hit the live button like 5 minutes ago, it felt like. Well, anyways, 15 stays out. Now we can finally go look at a replay. That was weird. March is trying to hold on to the car. Oh, he gets down on that yellow. Another car losing it because of that rumble strip area. Spins it out. Nobody's really around when the caution comes out there. So, very interesting if that was the reason for the caution. Actually, no. I know why the caution. Oh, my gosh. I just saw why. You are not going to believe what has just happened to the points leader and the dominator in this race. Right, no, not there, right there. Alex Van de Sande clips the apron, goes around, takes out the guy that ran second with him all race long. So apparently I hit a button that went to the replay or something, and a wreck happened around it after it. So apologies for that, but obviously a big wreck here. The dominator in this race. Oh, I was waiting on that one from Dan tonight. Let's see it again. Hey, finally an adult in my channel. Yay. Oh, nowhere to go for Geisler. I know he's going to be disappointed, and Alex will be obviously too, as that point lead is going to shrink. Well, Geisler tows, and Van de Sande tries to bring that wounded hunk of car back to the pits. All right, so pace car lights are back off here as we'll go back green. That is, man, unfortunate breaks there. Well, this has flipped the race on its lid, basically. Porcelli's going to lead. Gavin Sanders, Nicholas Sudik, De Groot, and Jim Herrick, your top five. Pace car's playing red light, green light down there on the inside. Three wide down to turn one already. Altina up the middle. Ty Richter outside, Shane Coogan inside. Ty Richter's had a fantastic run tonight, up in the 7th position. Get off that apron. We've seen what's happened. Dan with the line of the night. I'm sure he's heard that joke about 100 times. There's Jim Herrick there in the 40 car outside of, who is that? That's the, that Matt Houston? I'll give you a pass, Joe. How's that? Don't be like these guys, please. You've been around them for one race. You know them. That I think I know the answer to that math question. Porcelli about 7/10 right now over Gavin Sanders, who's looking for a Wisconsin sweep. Started back in 12th. Moved his way up to second. Not as impressive as Porcelli, who started 21st. I'm pretty sure, what I mean by that is, I'm pretty sure other people have said to Nick that line of, I'm Groot. Just the fact that it came from Dan Marrera, which shocks me that he's even seen that movie, because he, you know, again, he lives in Costa Rica. I don't know what the heck they watch down there. Herrick trying to hold off Fredrickson for 6th. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, they just probably learned about the Three Stooges down there. Really? Well, that's my thing screwed up again. It says he started 21st. Good catch on that, Bree, if I'm wrong. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes these graphics I use aren't accurate 100%, so thank you for clarifying that. On my screen, unfortunately. See if I can show it. Yeah, they don't have it on here. Well, yeah, it says over here, it says he started 21st. So going back to it, the only position I remember is the pole sitter was Alex Van de Sande. There we go. And Bree, secret message between you and I. Tell David to stay on his Discord and keep reading chat. I need to talk to him more. Anyways. Facts. I'll take things Matt Telder's never won for 300. There's Max Williams in the 8 car running in the 10th position behind the season 3 winner at this track, Dakota DeMay. Try with Mad Max here. Oh, don't run him over now. Dan, there's women watching. On board with Julian Altina, running into 5th position here. Nick DeGroot there in fourth. Sudik up there in third. Gavin Sanders now 2 seconds back from Porcelli, a young man who, if I remember talking to him correctly, recently just got going in IndyCar racing. And he's doing this. Hell, I can barely run 5 laps at IndyCar anymore. At Daytona. Oval. Julian about 3/10 back right now. The fourth place DeGroot. We have less than 45 laps to go. Oscar going to pass the lap car of Matt Houston there in the race-verse machine. Up, caution out. It is for Ty Richter to 33. So another car that was having a great run tonight, unfortunately, has hit the wall. And caution back out. That's James Watson coming back on track. Let's see what happens to the 33 car again. Another car that was having a fantastic race tonight. He's coming up on the 21 car, a lap car right there in front of him, and oh no. Unfortunate deal there as Ty gets into the back of the 21 car. Let's watch it one more time here. Yeah, he, fortunately 21 got on the brakes a little early. So now let's look at some strategy because we have had more pit stops just happen. And let's jump down to those really quickly because I don't like to miss the pit stop. So let's jump ahead and we'll show you these real quickly. But Porcelli has come to pit road with Gavin Sanders, Sudik, Julian Alton, and Oscar Fredrickson. However, DeGroot and Jim Herrick have stayed out. I wasn't going to go there. But Porcelli obviously wins the race off pit road, followed by Gavin Sanders, Sudik, Altona, Fredrickson, Williams, DeMay, and Danny Brennan up to the top 10 after a losing a lap early in this race. Now, for those, I'm going to go ahead and share this on the air. For those who don't understand in this stream, when, like Dan and I've made comments about Teldered him, it's a term. It's a not in a dictionary term. It is a term we've made for Mr. Telder, who's in our chat watching tonight. Unfortunately has circumstances happen at a race much like the one we just watched. See Austin Saar, lap 1 at Mosport. 16 viewers tonight. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're new to the chat, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not new to the chat and you're someone who likes to watch, share with your friends, please, family, whoever else you know that likes this kind of racing or even maybe interested in some kind of sim racing, here you go. Right here for you on the Captain Esports Network Live. Usually have our cameras produced by the awesome Track Cams for Gourmet. Now tonight it's only the cars here because Milwaukee Mile is not one of the tracks that he has cameras for. But still want to give them a shout out. TrackCams22.com for oval, most oval I should say, road courses and rallycross and that kind of racetracks. You can get cameras there too to enjoy for your racing purposes. So make sure you check them out, TrackCams22.com. So Geisler is going to take a wave around here. He'll go back on the lead lap, and that'll put 18 cars on the lead lap here as we come back to the green. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a question for everybody. College football? Racing? Here we go, coming back to green with, let me do the math real quick, 33 laps to go. Pace cars, well, eventually going to turn left. There we go. Already seeing some side-by-side action up front. Oh, some contact. One car got ran over there. Up the track he goes. I'm not sure who hit. Oh, and around goes. Is that Julian? It's not Julian. It was a lap car. Sorry, it's Gavin Sanders that went around in the 17 or in the 10 car. Tough break there. A lot of action there. I saw one car hit another, it looked like. And action really picking up here. Let's go back and see this sequence of events here real quick. So it was Gavin that got in the back of that car right there. Tyler Coogan, I think that is in the 29, gets sent packing. And then Gavin goes, whoops. So Porcelli up to second now, 1.2 seconds. And 3 wide on the back. Over here in turn 3 and 4 to 29 up the track some more. Now Shane, unfortunately, 2 laps down now. Not sure what's happened to him today. I know he was running up front a little bit ago. Maybe some pit strategy or something bit him. No, he destroyed it. Watch again. Gavin goes down to the corner. He does the old NASCAR bump and run, as we'll call it. There goes Coogan up the track. He gets loose and going to spin it down to the inside, and ooh, there's the wall. Well, unfortunately, we will not have a Wisconsin sweep. The lead down to 0.2 of a second. Porcelli is hawked down to Groot. Oh, looking. Whoa. No soup for you. And here comes Sadiq back there, the Taco Bell machine. Julian Alton up to 4. Jim Herrick in the top 5 again. Oh, he got a good run off the corner here. Can he protect? A little bit of defensive move. Oh, boy. So you think he lost all the front downforce there, Dan? "25 laps to go." And Porcelli's all over the back, but this is the definition of catching's one thing, passing's another. Everybody else for the most part over about a half second off each other. This is the best battle right here. You're seeing it for the lead. Porcelli's trying to make some moves here. You can tell he's being careful. He don't want to do something stupid. Which I think this is the part where Porcelli is still learning the IndyCar, if I remember correctly. He gets some clean air on the nose there. I think he needs to try his over-under move. He tried in turn 2 earlier in this race. He was going to high into turn 1 and bringing it down off turn 2. Let's see. Here it is. So what's interesting is DeGroot is actually running a middle groove in 1 and 2, and I wonder if it's kind of taking the air off that high line. Oh, Nick caught that apron a little bit. Oh, and there goes David getting tight. Sadiq still about 9/10 back. We'll come back to this as it takes a break here for a quick second. Check out Danny Brennan, who was a lap down earlier in this race. The 25 and a great comeback in 7th. Oh, Porcelli with a good run through 3 and 4. I watched that time drop on my screen. Oh. Here he goes to the inside. Can he make the move? Hit each other, no! DeGroot with a save. I think, yeah, that car is damaged. You can hear it. How damaged is the 15 car now? Let's go back to the replay here. I think it was simply a misjudgment of corner, just from what I saw there. I may be wrong, but that's just what it looked like to me. Unfortunately, because they contact. Let's watch again. Yeah, look how high. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. How many and caution's out now? Caution is out. It's Ty Richter once again. We'll cover that here in a second. I want to go back to this again because there are certain tracks out there. This happens a lot at certain tracks. Like Michigan, for instance. You watch this inside car, and let's roll here. Wrong car. Let me... Right there. So, David's going to enter the corner. The problem is he enters way too late. and DeGroot's going to turn in. See right there, you see him, he's starting to brake and turn the corner. But unfortunately, Nick's already committed, and bam. I mean, who do you blame in that situation? I mean, I don't think at all it's DeGroot's fault. All right, so now the wreck happened with Ty Richter here. So let's go back and see what happens here. Oh, he gets loose. Oh, teammates. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Of course, Richter hit that and was like, ow, my tie. Sorry, it was wide open. So let's see, who is that? Is that Brennan that gets loose in front of him? Did I pull the broadcaster's jinx on Danny Brennan? I sure did. Oh, Gary Godso, if you're watching, sorry, buddy. So Brennan obviously has come to pit road, so is Richter. And both those guys a lap down now. So DeGroot has come to pit road. And I believe he's got his damage fixed because he was on pit road for about 37 seconds. So we're going to have less than 10 laps to go, which will mean all the lap cars will go to the back, and this will be a single file restart of the 9 cars on the lead lap. How about a shout out to the 10th place car down there, Christopher Cressage, I believe it's pronounced. 77 car, it's been kind of quiet. Matter of fact, he was the lap car earlier that I talked about that pulled down away from a couple of the lead cars at that point, I think. There's Chris in that green and a blend of pink and purple, I guess that would be. I'm not good at naming colors. And no, I'm not colorblind. I'm a rookie at colors or something like that. I'm a novice at colors. There we go. How's that? I know living color. TV show and band. All right, here we go. 9 laps to go as we go green. Porcelli, Sudik, Altena, Fredrickson, Herrick. As Altena might actually take the points lead after tonight. But Julian's got to be smart here. Dakota way up the track. Musselman goes by. Porcelli's run away 0.6 of a second over Sudik. Altena a second and a half back. And Fredrickson with a dive under. I'm going to say the way he dove in that corner, it was going to look like an IndyCar version of a slide job. But it was definitely the opposite. So as they come up to 5 laps to go, chances are we will see a first-time winner potentially in this series tonight with 5 laps to go. Dakota making a move to the inside for 6th. Anyway, Dakota's on the move all of a sudden. Get a great run there on Jim Herrick. Gonna work that high side here. Get real tight on him. Gotta be careful of net code. Jim gives him plenty of room. Now, how is Dakota doing this? Well, he's only on 9-lap tires. Everybody else 30 plus. Jim Herrick's on 74-lap tires. Off turn 4, David Porcelli, white flag, final lap. A race that I'm sure is going to be talked about a little bit after tonight. The contact between him and DeGroot. I'm sure the stewards are going to look at that after this race, and we'll see what happens with that. But Sudik going to try to make a run, getting it down to a half second, but a first-time winner tonight, David Porcelli, scores the Milwaukee Mile win. Oscar Fredrickson rounds out the podium. Great green flag race tonight. Couple cautions, but saw a lot of passing out there tonight. And well, it's not often you get backstretch burnouts, but here we go. We'll talk to the guys here in a second. Good effort. Good effort on the burnouts. Porcelli with the win. Let's talk with our, actually, let's take a look at the final results real quick from this race. As he takes another lap around the track. There they go. Porcelli wins it. Sudik, Fredrickson, Altena, DeMay, your top 5. Jim Herrick, Max Williams, Nick DeGroot, AJ Musselman, Matt Houston with a top 10. Nice comeback for Matt. Kresic finishes 11th. Tyler Davala finishes 12th. Great comeback for him. Coogan 13th, Ty Richter, Christian Alejo, your top 15. Thomas Geisler, unfortunately, finishes 16th. Gavin Sanders, Danny Brennan, Bart Fauerstein, the dominant driver there. Alex Van de Sant, 20th. Led, I would say, the most laps tonight. Grijalva, Kinder, Woodall, Watson, Cohen Evans. Unfortunately, your last place finisher tonight in this race. Let's see who we got over here in Discord to talk to. And we got our second place finisher here. Let's bring him up here. Sadiq finishing in the second position tonight. Nick, man, congratulations. I know you ran up there pretty well, top 5 all night, and I can hear the excitement, obviously, in your voice. Get yourself a top 5 on a track like this.
Yeah, no, this is, I'm not, like, terrible at short ovals, but Milwaukee is definitely bottom 5 for me. Like, I practiced a lot yesterday, and I paid off, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so. It was a great job. I mean, you started up front, you ran up front all night. You just kind of, you kind of put yourself in a spot where you're on your own a lot. Didn't really have to battle too much. So obviously, you did your part and kept the car alive and in the running there. Obviously, the pit stops there played a role, and man, a great finish for you tonight.
Yeah. David defended really well, so I gotta give props to him. Like he fed me almost 100% possible dirty air, like in every turn. So like I gotta give props to him for the win. Yeah, no, I was just hoping that run would have lasted like 10 more laps, because I was taking care of my tires almost a little too well before that, and then we just stayed out. And oh man, no, it's my season's been pretty rough, and it feels good to be starting the last leg of the season off like this with a good P2. So I'm ecstatic.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. Great finish tonight. I know you're well, it's only 8 o'clock tonight, and I'm not sure where you are, but I know Taco Bell's your sponsor. There's a late night Taco Bell run coming.
So yeah, you know what? I might actually party with some. I am potentially in the works to actually have a small little like official sponsor.
Look out!
I just got to keep getting the performance up. So yeah, no, but good things are on the horizon though. So I will, Chris, I'll eat a cheesy gordita crunch for you tonight.
That's
boy. For sure.
Last time I was there, I actually had 2 quesadillas in a late night. It's actually my new. There's that fancy song, that country song where he's like the Applebee's on a date night. I've learned Taco Bell. Yeah. Taco Bell on a late night. It works out perfect. Anyways,
for sure.
That's my karaoke tonight. Great jobs. Shout out whoever you like to.
AJ Musselman running pretty well here. I know he doesn't enjoy this track too much, but he did awesome tonight. Nick DeGroot, who was in here as well, making an appearance finally, did really well as well until that last incident. The rest of my my turn 4 crew, Alex Van de Sant as well too. I know he had an incident. And my wonderful partner Kelsey, who is right behind me, taking care of our dog.
Hello, Kelsey.
And yeah, this is just awesome, and yourself too, and the VOR crew for putting on a great show and a great league so far. So thank y'all.
Absolutely, man. Great job tonight, Nick. Congratulations. Go hit Taco Bell up on a late night, and we will talk to you in 2 weeks. You get a week off. Yes, Julian, you heard me. I got it right this time. You get a week off next week, so good job.
Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely, you too, buddy. Nick Sudik finishing, and I always get your last name wrong. Say it for me again.
Sudik.
Sudik. Nowhere near. Samsonite. I was way off. So, Sudik.
It's a good meme for the league. I wasn't going to stop you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Take it easy.
Hey, you too, buddy. Great job. Sudik. I'll forget next week. But that is Nick there with the second place finish. Let's get our third place finisher in here, Oscar Fredrickson. Oscar, great job tonight, man. Should I say maybe a little bit sleepy in a way as you started kind of back a little bit mid-pack, and you just kind of slowly picked one off here, picked one off there, picked one off here, and just worked your way to the front?
Yeah, sleepy is probably a good term, because I almost missed the race, just I took a nap and forgot to wake up. So I came in the session with like 2 minutes before quali and didn't do any warm-up. So I completely bottled quali and then slowly made my way up through the field, as you said.
Wait a minute, you mean to tell me Julian didn't alert you that you had a race to run?
No.
Come on,
I set
Julian.
an alarm to wake up, and the alarm didn't go off. So
I had that happen.
close call.
I have that happen a lot. But still, great job tonight, man. Talk about your race. Obviously, a great pass on Julian at the end there to get third.
It wasn't really a great pass. Just Julian had some damage, so he basically just let me through to try and hunt the guys up front. So feels a bit bad to not get more out of it after he let me through. But still a good race, and yeah.
All right, well, nice job, man. Congratulations on the top 3 finish. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, massive shout out to Team VOR. We had good teamwork tonight, and shout out to Julian, because he basically gave me third, hoping that I could get more out of it, but I didn't. So, and he's in the championship hunt, so any points that can help him is good. So I still feel a bit bad that I actually went for the move on him, but yeah.
Nah, you got to race for yourself
can,
too.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight, and something I don't get to do often. You're from Sweden, correct?
Yes.
Something in Swedish?
I don't know who's watching who's Swedish, but om det är någon som kollar så tack för att ni kollar på det vi gör, och hoppas att ni kollar på fler race även fast klockan är 1:30 mitt i natten när vi börjar köra.
There you go. Oscar Fredrickson finishing in the third position tonight. Great job, Oscar. Congratulations. He is the I'm trying to, what's the store? Oh my gosh. I was trying to make a line to say the best thing since that store's name, but I can't remember now off the top of my head here in America. The one that has all the Swedish stuff.
IKEA.
Thank you. IKEA. Their Swedish meatballs are really good, by the way. Anyways, nice job, man.
Yeah, they are. Thank you.
You too. How can I forget IKEA? What the hell's wrong with me? Anyways, all right, let's get our winner up here, Porcelli, who is racing here tonight, and obviously a pretty interesting move there we'll talk about here first with about 30 or so laps to go. Yeah, I obviously got to get your side of it real quickly, but just what took place there. It looked like, if I had to guess, that maybe you misjudged a corner.
No, not at all. That's the Keith Watts School of Racing for you there, right? So I had the inside line. I knew I had the pace. I had a much different approach to the corner. You're talking about my contact
yes,
with
DeGroot. Yes, sir.
With DeGroot. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't confusing it with something else. Yeah, I had the inside line. I had the pace. I know the outside is torture there. I learned from an old coach of mine in Skip Barber that when you have that position, why turn in? You know, just wait, get set up your exit. They have to wait. I'm not understeering into the guy. And I actually turned in already. So I was pretty surprised that he came across so aggressively, and we've already talked about it after the race. And he sort of felt like he should have been more aware of where I was. Yeah, I mean, look, he was on used tires. He was doing everything he could. I totally understand why that happened. I had a like sort of sixth sense throughout the entire race as I was battling people with my different approach that they were going to start to come in on me. And, you know, with that many laps to go, it's really important to just hold your line. And as long as he doesn't come across my wing, right, if he touches my front tire, that's one thing. But if he comes across my wing, that's game over. So I felt like I had enough ahead of him that he shouldn't have chopped. And if he did, that it wouldn't result in any race-ending damage for me.
Let me ask this question. So in that situation, is it something that maybe, since you guys maybe have raced around each other a lot, that could have played a role there too?
Maybe. You know, some drivers get more comfortable with each other. I sort of just assume everyone is prone to do something a little out of character, especially, you know, this deep into a race. You know, we're tired. We've been working really hard, and mistakes happen then. So, you know, I just have to sort of give everyone a little bit of girth, and I learned that from running endurance races on iRacing, Daytona 24 and Le Mans 24 hours, where, you know, any one of those guys, and maybe someone who's not even in your class, could just outbrake you and rear end you into any corner. So I've got my head on a swivel. I don't know if it's different for Nick, but I tend not to get comfortable with anyone.
Oh, fair enough. Well, great job, man. Talk about the win. I know you're excited. We all just want to talk about that deal being obviously during your first career win here in this series. But, man, you got to be excited to get this win.
Oh, very exciting. I think my guys had to mute me as I was crossing start finish because the scream's so loud. Yeah, I mean, look, it's really exciting. I'm a rookie in the series. I'm not familiar with circle track racing. I'm a road racer, and this is something that I'm trying to learn. And this is extremely validating and rewarding, you know, in my first season to be able to pull home a win. I would like it to, you know, I'd like to learn more. I think I had an advantage here because there's a brake zone. And so I just sort of treated it like a road course.
Mm-hmm.
I was braking in a straight line. You know, I was just saving my front tires the entire race except for that last set where I just went as fast as I could.
And it seemed like a couple times you, and I saw you start to, and I mentioned it right before you started it on Nick. You did it in the middle of the race when you were kind of back towards the 5th, 6th, 7th area. I watched you kind of do the old road course crossover move, the over-under. And I was wondering if you were going to pull that on Nick. Did you tempt it, or was with him running that middle groove, did it kind of take the air away?
Well, it was really hard to get that going. I ended up being able to set an exit up on him, but it wasn't due to him, you know, overcooking the entry. I actually think he got back to throttle a little bit sooner based off of what I saw. You know, I don't have his data or anything like that. But, yeah, you know, it was the passes here were all about taking a wide line on entry, making sure you didn't overcook the fronts so that you could get to throttle earlier than the guy in front of you, especially in the dirty air you're going to push. So you want to keep that temp down mid-corner so that you can use up all the grip you have on exit. And I just was able to move up the field that way.
There you go, man. Well, great job tonight, man. Very impressed. Very. I know we've talked a couple times because you've had some podiums already this season. And definitely looking forward to more of the future watching you, dude. And, man, great job. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. First, shout out to the team, Grand Premio eSports. You know, Christian is a longtime friend of mine in the racing community. He needed someone to fill in, and I was really happy to do that. Once again, since I thanked my engineer last race and I won, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Thank you, Jason Camps. Especially on that first pit stop with the first yellow, all 4 or 5 guys in front of me pit. That's when I took the lead of the race. That made me nervous, but, you know, I'm confident in Jason's decision making. And the rest of the shout outs go to the family. As always, Mom, Dad, Sander, Linda, Brianna. I love you all. Hi, baby Luca. Thank you for the good luck. And yeah, that's it.
There you go, man. Well said. Great job. Great interview. And we'll talk soon.
Thanks so much, Chris. I'll talk to you next time.
You too. Sounds good. That is your race winner, and very well spoken, David Porcelli, on the victory tonight. Congratulations to him. And what a great race it was this evening. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys were impressed with the Milwaukee Mile. As always, it brings some interesting racing, especially when you bring an open wheel car to this series. And as we saw here, this track tonight produced some side-by-side racing, had some passing, had strategy come into play, and unfortunately had a little bit of contact at the end, but you know, it is what it is. And the good part is what I heard there is the fact that David and Nick apparently talked about it. Now, obviously, you know, I didn't get a chance to hear Nick's side of it and make sure everything was all squared away, but definitely some fantastic racing when it's all said and done. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to take my captain hat off here for a second. And I'm going to put the Scala hat on here for a second. Coming up here in about 45 minutes, I am going to be switching over. Some of you might know I've done this before. Some people don't. Back before I came back into broadcast on here on my own channel, I used to actually do some stuff with GSRC, which is the Global Sim Racing channel. And they were looking for somebody to fill in tonight for a race, and well, I decided I would do it. So I'm going to go help my friends out at the race, and I'm actually going to post in the chat here on the restream. I'm going to post, give me a second here, I will post the YouTube link for that stream. If you want to come over and watch, everybody's more than invited to. And I know I actually posted something over on on the Facebook page for the Captain Esports Network, but just in case you're too lazy to go over there, which I totally understand, I am too. This is your chance to come over and see this. So you're more than welcome, like I said, to come join us. And the race broadcast will start at 9:50 or so. If I can learn how to copy a link, would be great. There we go. No, I'm not that bad, Dan. But there's the link for it. So come join us. over there for that broadcast coming up at 9:50. It's, I believe, the next-gen cars at Dover, from what I've read, so it should be interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to go over there and hang out and get ready for that broadcast. Good shout-out to Julian Alton. Appreciate you, sir, and everybody at VOR for allowing me to broadcast on Saturday nights. A great race to watch here this evening. And congrats to David Porcelli, the winner here at the Milwaukee Mile. And as I always like to say, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!